Good day, you sexy internet travelers! Bailey here, and today we are back with another Kuzu no Honkai review. And oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin with this one. So let's dive in. So last week I said that I thought there was a possibility of a 5th character coming in and screwing up everything, but that I thought it was unlikely. Well, enter Sanae Bato. This episode starts off with the appearance of Hanabi's friend Sanae Bato, whom she calls Echan. And now saying this out loud, I realize how quickly this episode escalated, but we'll get to that in a bit. Echan asks Hanabi if she would like to walk home together, to which Hanabi declines and says she's walking home with Mugi. And now we introduce one of the persisting themes of this episode when Echan responds with, "Oh, well, he is your boyfriend," and Hanabi returns with this ambiguous smile. In this pursuit of identifying how Hanabi feels about Mugi has quite the imposing presence throughout this episode. Does he exhibit boyfriend-like tendencies? Can she see him as possibly being her boyfriend? This episode makes it very clear that Hanabi is on the tracks to falling for Mugi, so it will be very interesting to see how things fall into place. In this episode, we are also introduced to, right after the most spontaneous attempt to kiss someone I've ever seen in my life, Noriko Kamomebata, Mugi's childhood friend who seems to be very much in love with him. Now, I won't spend too much time on her because I don't think she's going to be an overly important character, but this scene is very interesting on multiple levels. Mugi says that Hanabi's a pretty horrible person, #savage, and then Noriko gets confused and asks if Mugi likes that, and he says that that's one of the things that makes her who she is, which results in Hanabi becoming completely flustered and looking like that really pulled on her heartstrings, and she seems to may have misinterpreted that line as, "I like everything about you," and she reciprocates that line. She immediately goes full force with that emotion and defensively grabs Noriko and threateningly says, "I wouldn't go around clinging to things that aren't yours." And this line is just so ironic because that is exactly what both her and Mugi are doing. They are clinging to this fantasy of being with their teachers, and this theme of longing for things that aren't yours seems to be the most persistent theme in this anime. Unfortunately, it seems safe to say that after this scene, Hanabi is riding the love train straight towards Mugi at full speed, and I got all kinds of bad feelings about this. There are a few additional scenes that are really cementing this emotion within her. For instance, when Mugi and her are lying intimately on the couch, she doesn't even try to imagine him to be her teacher. But unfortunately, Mugi is doing an excellent job at sinking this ship immediately because he has no struggles imagining his teacher. So this is just absolutely splendid. So at this point, I think that we can say there's some low-key exploitation of Hanabi's emotions occurring here. Or at least Hanabi's friend, Echan, seems to think so.
もし利用されているのが逆だとしたら
Hanabi goes to meet up with some friends, and we get to see two contrasting approaches to a relationship. Hanabi is entirely instinctual when it comes to a relationship. She doesn't look at their abilities or whether or not they will be successful, she simply likes them or doesn't like them, while her friends, on the other hand, are intellectually weighing the different characteristics to decide which guy is better. Now, I know that in the US, as a general rule, American people are very instinctual with their relationships. They usually don't put too much weight on abilities or success or salary and education. Again, this is all generally speaking. I'd be an exception to this rule, as I'm sure there are many others. Now, a lot of my viewers are actually from Japan and Hong Kong, so I'm curious to know, what is the relationship culture there? Is it more instinctual, where you choose whoever has a personality you like, or is it more based on an intellectual analysis of their characteristics and success potential? Let us know in the comment section below. Now, this episode goes out with the biggest bang one could ask for. From the beginning of the episode, I was wondering if Echan had an interest in Hanabi, and I was expecting the episode to go out with her confirming she did, or maybe throwing a hint towards Hanabi. But no! I was not even close! Echan straight up lip punches the shit out of Hanabi right in the mouth. Bam! Like, oh my goodness. This is so bad because there's literally zero possibility of this working out well for Echan. I am really just completely dreading next week's episode because I know it's going to be an absolute emotional train wreck. Now, I would like to thank all of you for watching this review. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please share, like, and subscribe for more. If there are any anime you want to see covered this season, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, stay sexy, internet travelers.